For Sapper Curtis McGrath, his finest hour was also his worst. It came on a barren hill in Afghanistan last August when a landmine blew off his legs while on patrol. At first, everything went black. But then Curtis came to, and being the group's medic, he directed the emergency treatment that saved his own life. Curtis is one of 249 young Australians who've been seriously wounded in Afghanistan. His story stands out not because he lost his legs, but the way he's adapting to his new ones. Doctors might tell Curtis to take it easy, but that's just not in his nature. When war comes home, most soldiers return intact. Physically, at least. Others come home the hard way, on a stretcher. Bloody and broken, but not beaten.
We all go to Afghanistan knowing that it's a risk, but there's no way I was going to die there. You can sort of look at it now and be like, well, this is just a challenge. But it's definitely not that. It's a life change.
Curtis McGrath had one of the most perilous jobs in the army, clearing landmines. This would be his last view of his own legs, captured on his helmet camera.
Every step over there could be your last.
Last August, his unit of combat engineers was sent to a notoriously bad corner of southern Afghanistan, crawling with Taliban.
Just hold up, hold up. Oh, there's a guy ducking in over there.
They were exhausted from 5 long days of relentless searching. They'd found 4 bombs already when Curtis's boot triggered number 5.
All of a sudden, it just went black. It's dusty, it's dark. I can't hear anything, it's just silent. And I look down and my legs are gone. And then the pain just comes back like a freight train.
I couldn't really hear much to start with, and then I was sort of just, all there was just dust and shit. And then I just sort of heard him screaming and just ran up to him.
He tried to keep looking down at his legs, but I just told him, lay down, just let us work.
Daniel Livesay, Ryan Wirtz and Mac Pitcher rushed to help, but it was Curtis himself, the group's medic, who took charge.
Get my bloody tourniquets on, like, get them all, hurry up.
But just a minute here.
Yep.
You've lost your legs. You're fighting for your life. How did you have the presence of mind to guide them through first aid instructions to help save your life?
I don't know. I said, hurry up, get the IV bag out, I'm going to shock. I was like, just stab me, just hurry up and stab me.
A medevac chopper was called in, but it was half an hour away.
I knew that the time it would take for that chopper to get to me could mean life or death, and it usually does. Livo was holding my hand at the time, and that's when I thought I was going to die, lying and waiting. And, yeah.
That is not where you wanted to die.
No, I did say, I don't want to die here, I don't want to die here.
Sapper McGrath has always stood out in the army because he was born in New Zealand. His mates call him Kiwi and never stop ribbing him about it.
What were you saying to him all this time?
Just trying to keep him calm, cracking jokes, to be honest.
You could do that?
Yeah.
He was already going on about getting prosthetics and that straight away, and said that he's going to give that Blade Runner fellow a run for his money when he gets back, but he'll be going for New Zealand.
Yeah, and we threatened to drop the stretcher on him, because we'll just be like, we'll leave you here if you're going to run for New Zealand, mate. And, it's sort of one of those circumstances, if you're not laughing, you're crying sort of thing.
Injuries are left below knee, right below knee, with tissue damage up to the groin. Above knee on the right, below knee abscess on the left.
While a trauma team performed emergency surgery back at base, his mum and dad in Brisbane got the call that every soldier's family dreads.
It was about 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
He's such a long way away.
Yeah.
It really was this feeling of helplessness.
Yeah.
And also this anger, because I just wanted to say, right, you guys get back in there and finish that job and get it done and make them pay for what they've done. And then you think, no, you can't do that. You know, we have to worry about Curtis.
Who are you angry at?
The Taliban, yeah.
Within hours, Paul and Kim McGrath would be on their way to a military hospital in Germany with Kurt's girlfriend, Rachel Martin, a final year medical student.
To begin with, I was told he was quite critical, and I was actually told he's unconscious from the moment he got hit. So I was really concerned about him coming around and not knowing that he'd lost his legs.
Of course, Curtis knew full well. And even as he lay bleeding and legless back on that hilltop, Rachel was foremost in his mind.
Oh yeah, at that time, yeah, he just sort of grabbed me, and he's just like, the first thing he said to me actually was, Rachel's gonna kill me. And I was just like...
Apparently you said, Rachel's gonna kill me.
Oh, she will now. Here she is. Rachel's going to kill me for not being able to go on holiday to Bali. So, yeah, you know, she's worked hard, and she deserves a holiday. And yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. Rach, good time to come on in.
Yeah.
It was good.
You're a brave man, mate. And all along, through this thing, you've been thinking about other people.
Yeah. Think about yourself a bit more.
Yeah. Good advice, Rachel.
Yeah.
Now, 3 months after losing his legs, Sapper Curtis McGrath is getting a remarkable pair of new ones.
This is the closest that you would get to Formula One design.
It's a milestone for Curtis, and Rachel's there all the way.
I still have to learn again, pretty much, from scratch. You have to learn everything again.
The high-tech limbs are the most sophisticated ever developed, and Curtis is busting to wear them.
Just tomorrow, one more sleep. It's like kids at Christmas.
It's a bit like that, though, isn't it?
It's weird. I didn't think I'd get that excited again.
Yeah, you can hold your own leg. It's yours.
Yep. Put your legs behind your head. No worries.
Curtis is using every waking hour to fast-track his recovery. He's given himself a deadline to be up on new legs to meet his mates when they return from Afghanistan.
Start with your left leg.
Today, he's taking his first wobbly steps.
Just make it bend and then move it forward. It comes forward by itself, okay? Don't, yeah. Second day, you're standing.
Yeah, that's good.
When you saw him stand for the first time and take those steps, must have filled your heart.
Mm.
Yep.
He had that same swagger. Yeah, no. He really is amazing. He has an amazing life and amazing things happen around him, so.
He just drives himself to, yeah, he's got to get back so I can lift myself and, yeah, that's him.
The legs are astonishingly high-tech, especially the right one, which is known as the X2. But where carbon fibre meets skin and bone, the sockets have aggravated a raw nerve. And even with meticulous remoulding, the pain can be excruciating.
It's just a wound that was quite deep and open for a long time, so it's taken it's time to heal. So.
But by day 3, Curtis is really getting the hang of it.
Hello, Michael.
Look at that.
Come on in.
Have a look at you.
It's definitely a progression.
That is incredible.
I haven't had a fall yet, so touch wood. I've had a few stumbles in this, but caught myself on the bars, so.
Yeah.
The X2 was developed by a German company exclusively for the American Army. It is far more advanced than anything available to civilians, and it is really quite an incredible piece of technology. In fact, no one outside the military can get one of these. The manufacturers say it's like the Mercedes-Benz of prosthetics, which is appropriate because when you ask the Army how much it costs, they say that's confidential. But the makers hint that it's about the price of an expensive luxury car.
The military's always been there, every step of the way, and there's no way I would be at the stage I'm at right now without their help.
It's the day Curtis has been waiting for. His mates are back from Afghanistan, and he's joining them in the arrivals hall to, in effect, come home with them. This is the flight Curtis should have been on, so the entire McGrath family has turned out.
Welcome home.
At long last, the homecoming he never had, and the chance to stand with the men who saved his life.
Welcome home.
It's time to show them what he'd accomplished. He could stand with them again, eye to eye.
There we go.
But this is a man who refuses to stand still, and there was no way he was going to miss the passing out parade.
I had to get some of the boys to hold my arms. It's good to have them beside me as well.
And you're helping them though too, aren't you?
I hope so. I wasn't the only one that had, such a traumatic experience. And for them to help me get back to normal is probably something beneficial for them too.
This is Curtis McGrath's new normal. He and the Army are yet to decide where he goes from here. But one thing's for sure, nothing, even a couple of missing legs, is going to hold him back.
I've got a lot of life to live, and I want to live it the best I can.
I can see why you're proud of him.
It's hard not to be. Yeah, really proud of you. You're really good.
Thank you. If I treated every day as a bad day, as most people would look at it, I wouldn't get anywhere. I wouldn't have the progress. I just, you know, curl up in a ball in the corner and sit there and wait for someone to drag me out of it. But it's there in your mind, and that you have to make those bad days less and the good days more.
Hello, I'm Liz Hayes. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9 Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.